Will your patent issue before you die? Have you ever wondered, will your patent actually issue before you die? I'm not joking. If you file a patent application today, depending on the technology and the backlog at the patent office, it might take years before that patent finally issues. As patent professionals, we make jokes about the delays all the time, but if you're an inventor in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or even 90s, that question becomes a little bit more interesting. And the truth is, some of the greatest inventions in history were created later in life. So today we're going to talk about older inventors, leaving a legacy through patents, and how you can actually speed up the patent office if time matters. There's a myth that invention belongs to young founders in hoodies. History says otherwise. Some of the most important inventions were made by people with decades of experience. For example, John B. Goodenough invented computer and battery technology and continued filing patents into his 80s and 90s, and eventually won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry at age 97. Thomas Edison filed his last patent at age 84, just months before he died, and the patent office issued one of his patents 2 years after he was gone. So if you're worried about whether your patent will issue before you die, you're not the first inventor to think about that. Innovation happens after years of experience when you finally understand a problem well enough to solve it. If you're watching this and thinking you're too old to invent, history strongly disagrees. So here's some interesting things about patents. They outlive you. A patent lasts 20 years from filing, which means your invention can still be influencing the world long after you're gone. You might pass away, but your invention could still be licensed or manufactured or improving people's lives. And it could be cited by future inventors. In fact, when a patent issues, your name becomes part of the permanent scientific and legal record. That's a pretty remarkable legacy, considering only 1/4% of the U.S. population are inventors on a granted U.S. patent. For some inventors, a patent isn't just about money. It's about being remembered for solving a problem that mattered. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the Patent Office backlog. The U.S. Patent and Trademark Office receives hundreds of thousands of applications every year. Depending on the technology area, it may take 2 or 3 years or longer before you get a final decision. But fortunately, the patent system does offer ways to speed things up. There are several ways to accelerate a patent application. One of the most interesting is something called age-based expedited examination. If an inventor is 65 or older, the application can be moved ahead in the examination queue. No special fee is required. The patent office basically says, let's not make this inventor wait forever. There's also a program called Track 1 Prioritized Examination. With Track 1, the application jumps to the front of the line. The patent office tries to reach a final decision in about 12 months. There's an additional fee, but for some inventors, especially startups or older inventors, the speed can be worth it. There are also programs for serious health considerations, environmentally beneficial inventions, and certain technology areas. So if timing matters, there are actually strategic tools available. So will your patent issue before you die? Hopefully, yes. But even if the process takes time, patents offer something powerful. They allow inventors to leave a lasting mark on the world. Long after you're gone, someone may still open a patent document, read your name, and build on your idea. And that's one of the reasons why innovation matters.